want to start off saying that being in 20 weeks already, hitting 20 weeks is a huge milestone. Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be talking to you about my pregnancy journey week 20. I remember just watching one of the previous videos like last week of how excited I was. I just hit like 13 or 14 weeks pregnant, and I was just like ecstatic because a lot of women still worry up until that point, you know, because the miscarriage rate drops once you get to that week. So the fact that I'm already made it halfway is so exciting, and I couldn't be any happier and more emotional about it that I will be meeting my baby soon. So halfway more to go, and this, you know, the first 20 weeks just went by so quick, unreal quick, especially if you already have a child. I remember with my son, it just took forever to go by. It just dragged, you know, I just could not wait, you know, but this time I just wanted to slow down a little bit. I just need to slow down. So let me get into my pregnancy symptoms of week 19. I wrote down everything on my phone. Guys, as soon as my 20-week of pregnancy hit, I became extremely nauseous. I was waking up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning with extreme nausea. Like, my morning sickness hit me all over again, and I wanted to puke. So I had to eat something, and that did make me feel better. And I drank something, and around that time anyways, I, you know, had to go pee. I kind of like early in my pregnancy, I needed to go pee a lot. And then it stopped for a little bit, like in the teens week of my pregnancy. And then as soon as my 20th week hit, I live in this bathroom. I am peeing, and right after I go pee, I have to go pee again. So I've been trying to limit my coffee intake because some reason that makes me want to go to the bathroom more. And I have been trying to drink a whole lot more water just to see if it can help with my nausea and my faintness. So that's also, you know, a whole nother reason why I end up in the bathroom. Talking about my faintness, I've been getting a huge scare. So like starting between like 18 weeks, I slightly started getting like a little dizzy, lightheaded, where I need to stop and put my head down and just like, you know, breathe a little bit because I feel like I'm about to black out. But that has been getting so much worse, and I'm not sure if it's because of the heat around here. It's been like 80, 90 degrees out some days 70, but it's still really hot. Being pregnant and your internal temperature is not really supposed to rise, you know, so yeah, I think that probably has a huge thing to do with it. If not, I probably should speak to my doctor about that. And yeah, I remember when we went to the Heiferd's Parade in downtown Brattleboro, I had to stop when I was in mid-conversation with my friend and just like lay my head down on my husband, and it was so weird. It was a little like embarrassing, but I wanted to black out. I was like about to faint. So at 19 weeks too, that's around the time that I found out I was pregnant with pregnant with a certain gender. And I did have a doctor's appointment I scheduled for right after that. I'm out of breath. And so I did mention that part of feeling really nauseous, waking up nauseous, because I was feeling it a little bit throughout the day as well. My doctor, he said that it could be heartburn, and it was I just don't get it and still don't understand how it could be heartburn because it feels nothing like it did with my son. But he said to start taking Tums and stuff, and I did. When I started feeling nauseous, I ate, and then I took some Tums, you know, because I really felt like I just needed to eat something in order to make me feel better. Maybe I wasn't eating enough. I'm not sure. But the Tums, I can say, did help. On certain occasions, like when I go lay down in bed, I like later on that week started feeling like burning sensation. That's about like my 20th week sensation, like in my chest. And it just, the acid reflux is totally different than it has been, you know, with my last pregnancy. And obviously I know, like he said too, you can't compare two pregnancies. So that's what I struggled with. Tums, I'm still gonna have to live on, I guess, and it's probably gonna have to get worse later on once I hit my 3rd trimester. Another thing is too with my nausea, when I mentioned about having to feel like my morning sickness hit me all over again, I have been so like, the smells have been nauseating me as well. Once I started feeling those movements and kicks, in the beginning it was happening all day long. Like I was just constantly feeling it. And then as soon as like week 19 and 20 hit, I started worrying because I wouldn't feel it, and there was days I would go by not at all feeling it. And I just knew like sometimes it was just, you know, at nighttime in bed that I would actually feel the movements, you know. If I was not asleep at that moment, I would actually feel them. So I was more, you know, less concerned about it and didn't want to call the doctor just because I'm not later on in my pregnancy, and I know that it's just probably like not as active, but I was getting reassured in the middle of the night if I woke up to it. And towards the end of my 20th week, I actually started feeling those movements and kicks pick up again, and I'm pretty sure it's going to keep happening on and off. Like the baby's just developing a sleeping cycle. So I've been feeling really crummy since 19 weeks. Like after like that not food aversions, but the nausea sort of hit me, I kind of just like was not feeling well. I was tired, I was feeling sick, just kind of like the morning sickness blues again. That's how I'm going to have to describe it. I've been getting what I think round ligament pain, but lots of like cramping. I could definitely feel the round ligament pain in my stomach stretching, and I could feel it getting tighter. So I definitely know it's round ligament pain because my belly's growing. So I'm probably going to need a belly belt this time around. I didn't get it with my son even though it was suggested to do it, so hopefully I'm going to do it earlier. So another thing is too, when I wake up to have to go pee, it hurts so bad because my bladder gets so full and the baby's getting so big now. And it actually hurts because the baby gets in the way. So if I'm sleeping on my right or left side, the baby tends to fall deep into that side, and it just feels like I have a hard mass, and it just causes a lot of pain into the baby. Starts like readjusting itself. And I was told to, when I brought it up to my doctor that year, when you get into your second pregnancy after you already had a first kid, your uterus actually tends to shift a whole lot more than it does when you're in the beginning of your pregnancy. And I mentioned too that the baby, I could feel it. So when I bend over, you know, move to the side or something, I actually feel the baby there. Like I can't actually bend over like I used to anymore because I have to, the baby's there. I can't, you know, really work myself around it anymore. What's kind of weird is I can't help, and I know I'm supposed to be falling asleep on my left side, but I tend to fall asleep more on my right side and catch myself and roll over to the other side. And sometimes I can't help it, but I end up falling asleep on my back. And I know it's going to be really important later on in my pregnancy that I stay to the left side completely. And it gets hard because I still nurse my son. What I was mentioning too about a full bladder when I was waking up is that my vagina, my vag area, and my very low of my stomach actually hurt. Like the baby, you know, so not only when I'm on each side, but like when I'm on my back side or something, the baby's actually really low. And sometimes when the baby kicks, even throughout the day, I feel kind of like I want to pee myself. Like I don't have an anterior placenta anymore, so I'm feeling all these movements and kicks a whole lot more than I did with my first pregnancy. And I'm telling you, like my body is it's sensitive to all these things, you know. Like I don't know why I want to pee, and it's like a really quick, like, you know, when it hits, you gotta go, you know, but there's nothing there, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. So my breasts still hurt when they're getting touched, and or when something grazes right across them, like my son. Like I really just, this is like a no-no zone, and they hurt, and I'm trying to teach my son that they're mine, and it's just a totally uncomfortable feeling. And I noticed that my areolas, I think that's what they're called, my nipples have actually been slightly changing color. Another thing that I noticed too is I was looking at my old pregnancy photos. Even early in my first trimester, I had that line that went up to your stomach. I had that line that went from the bottom of like my vagina area all the way up to my belly button, and with my son, and it kind of got darker and the line got up higher on my stomach later on in my pregnancy. I noticed I don't really have that right now, so I don't know when that's gonna occur this pregnancy. So I'm not sure if I mentioned, but during week 16 and 17, maybe even a little earlier than that, I was no longer able to sleep on my stomach at that point. That's when I actually started feeling the baby more, and that's when it actually became uncomfortable. The doctors always said, you know, just move over when you're uncomfortable. Some doctors suggest you to never sleep on your stomach, but I did until I actually started feeling my uterus. And that was before I actually felt the baby. At 19 weeks, I actually gone up about 3 to 5 pounds. Each of their scales in each of their like rooms were totally different. My phone went off, sorry. So my weight had fluctuated quite a bit when I was getting checked in the hospital, just by a couple pounds. And right now, I currently have gained about 3 to 5 pounds. I'm gonna just throw it out on the higher end, just because, so maybe like 5 pounds or something. I currently weigh 165 pounds right now, so my weight is going up, and I'm still trying to maintain a healthy diet as well. I'm not trying to diet, like not eat, not, you know, I'm eating healthy foods, proper meals, like making sure my calories and everything are okay, and sometimes I can't help but binge out, and when I do that, I try eating healthy snacks such as apples and peanut butter. You know, I'll make a PB&J even though it's really loaded in sugar, you know, and I'll try doing stuff like that. I have been having some really big cravings for tahini, and it's been insane. So if you follow me on Instagram, I do have pictures there, but I'll have like an Outshine ice cream bar, like a coconut or a mango one, and I'll put tahini on it. Everything has to have tahini on it. My corn, my, you know, some certain ice cream, I like it with tahini. Oh, I just said that. I'll put it on my mangoes. Oh my gosh, my mangoes are amazing. I'll put it on my cucumbers, my watermelon. My watermelon, I tend to put like a tiny little bit of salt, tahini, and hot sauce on it. So I don't know, I'm not going on the tahini binge. It's kind of a sweet, sour, you know, kind of craving the hots right now. I don't really have like one thing that I'm addicted to. So starting at about 19 weeks, I noticed towards the end of it, and this, I also brought it up to the doctor, and I'll let you know what they said, is that I've been getting that egg white cervical mucus again. If you want to, you know what I'm talking about, go crack open an egg and look at the whites, because that's what it's just like, you know. And I was told that it's like you could have your mucus plug leave. Your mucus plug will actually regenerate again, so you can keep losing it and it'll just keep coming back, you know, it will start building up again in your cervix. But what caused me to let them know is that I was having it, and sometimes it was tinted green, and it only happened like once or twice. Before I told the doctor, they said if I'm not having any leaky fluid, as if my water broke, if there's no blood in it like my actual mucus plug would, like right before labor, they said if it doesn't have any discharge, like smell, or sorry, no bad smell to it, then I should be good. And they said if it keeps happening, just a call. It has happened quite a bit since then, but I just feel like I'm not concerned, because a lot of women, even though I should not compare myself with them, go through it a lot. And my friend said she had it the entire time of pregnant, you know, she was pregnant with her first kid, and this time she doesn't have it at all. So what scares me is the fact that it's sometimes tinted green, not all the time. And I didn't have it at all with my son. I am not concerned because there's no blood, I'm not leaking fluid, and there's no smell to it. But I probably will bring it up to my doctor because it has been happening a lot. Like, it has been picking up a lot, like almost every day, and sometimes it's starting to happen like several times a day. And I'll go a couple days without it at all. So I'm not sure, and I'm not sure if it's because I've been working hard at moving like really heavy totes to get them into the side room. And I would start cramping up. So, you know, either way, it starts making me worried because of the cramps as well. They're kind of like period cramps, not Braxton Hicks or round ligament pain. Another thing I do want to mention that I don't think I've mentioned at all in any of my other videos is that I have been getting like tailbone pain. I get like the back of my tailbone. I injured it when I was younger, and I couldn't do trampolines, I couldn't sit, and it's now it only occurs when I go on very long car rides or when I'm pregnant. And it's not the sciatic nerve, it's my actual tailbone, like to the point I can't wear thongs because they hurt, and I'll try to, and they still really hurt. I can't sit down. Like when I get up, I was told my last pregnancy to go get a donut, and I don't really want to do that, but I guess I'm gonna have to. So I want to get into the products now. This video has been a little bit longer than I wanted to make it. I do want to show you guys my pregnant belly as well. So one second. So I've been meaning to show you guys these products that I have been using for some time now. But I just kind of wanted to wait until I needed the new bottles again so I could just toss these out because I was almost out at that point. So some of the products that I like to use now, because during this pregnancy I have extremely dry skin. So I like these Burt's Bees for oily to or normal to oily skin. These are great, but what I don't like is that they give you less in this pack than any other pack that they have. I used to go for like the pink or the yellow kind, and that was for normal skin or oily skin. So my skin now is currently very dry and flaky, and I need to constantly moisturize. I will use that to remove my makeup, to cleanse my face, to help with the acne and stuff. And I can say ever since I moved over to it, I've seen a whole lot less acne than I did using my other Burt's Bees wipes. And I'm not sure if it was because I was like messing with the pH balance, something in my skin that was bothering it. I never stuck with this until this pregnancy because my skin gets really sensitive when I use wipes on my face. They will tend to like leave like huge red marks all over. I will actually use this product if that Burt's Bees will like bother my skin a little bit. This is cleansing water. It's by Simple, and it cleanses, removes makeup, and hydrates your skin. No perfume or dyes or harsh chemicals that can upset your skin, and I could say that this worked very well. And I only ever use this to take off my eye makeup because it does a way better job than my Burt's Bees, and I hate wasting my Burt's Bees to constantly take off a lot of my dark eye makeup. So that's what I use for my actual face treatment. So I'm going to show you the things that I actually use in my shower. It would be this Aveeno body wash or something that my son has. It would tend to be like mad pregnancy brain right now. It's one of his organic stuff. I'll use like California Baby. I'll use some of his Aveeno stuff if I get it. I'll use some of his Baby Organic stuff if I get it. I will use, you know, some of his other, that's if I like don't have something on hand. But every now and then I'll use his stuff if it's right there. So this is what I noticed is made by the Johnson & Johnson Consumer Ink. So I had no idea that's where Aveeno, you know, has been coming from. It smells really good. Lavender, chamomile, and ylang ylang. Relaxes and calms while soothing your skin. I really like this stuff. It has been really good. It's natural, I guess, but yeah, I see lots of like oils in it when I actually look in the ingredients. So I use that most of the time. Another thing I have been into is I found these bottles because I love cleansing conditioner for my hair, and this was a really good one. It was on sale at Walmart for $3.50. It's a cleansing conditioner. It's for volume and body. It says good for like color treated hair. It has 0 sulfates, parabens, dyes, gluten, phthalates, propylene glycol, whatever. But I really like this stuff. It's not tested on animals, and it's more of a natural cleanser as well. So I have been really into this. Guys, with my first pregnancy, I had horse hair. That's the best way you can describe it. It felt like I had horse hair. And this time my hair is super soft. It's growing super long during the pregnancy. I don't know how it's going to be postpartum, but with my son, my hair literally just grew. But this time around, my hair is just growing during pregnancy. Another thing that I used after I got my hair dyed is this Ion Color Conditioner. This stuff's really good too. It's more of on the expensive side. I think I got it for like $28 at Sally's. It's a daily deep conditioning. I never actually used this before my pregnancy because I didn't like the texture of it. My hair, it kind of left like I could feel silicone in my hair. So each hair piece of mine was like coated in like a silicone-y. It was just not a feeling that I liked. But this time around during my pregnancy, I have been loving this. It has been making my hair feel silky and soft and moisturized. So it's kind of weird how your hair works when you're pregnant. It's an intense moisture conditioner with chromaxton. I'm not sure what that is. It's 100% vegan and paraben free. So I've actually really been liking this. You know, I've been using this during my actual pregnancy, and I need to go get more because I'm out. For my prenatal vitamins, I've been using Prenatal Vitafusion. DHA, folic acid, it's a multivitamin, natural lemon, raspberry, and lemonade flavor. And it's gentle on your stomach, so anyone who gets an upset stomach from prenatal vitamins, I never really did. But this is just a brand that I really like, so if you get an upset stomach, go ahead and try this. It has 50 milligrams of omega-3 DHA and 100% daily value of your folic acid. It has the amount of everything that you need in it. It's excellent source of vitamin A, C, and D, gentle on stomach, gluten-free. I don't know. I like this stuff. So that's that. That's really it for my week 19 video. I'm going to go ahead and show you my belly. So I'm currently in a dress right now. I can go ahead and lift it up one more layer for you guys to see it, so I can't really show you much. I can't say that my belly really has grown much, but it probably has. I just can't tell because it's slow for me. Let me tuck this in. I do notice that a lot of my Fashion Nova stuff that I just bought, I can't really fit. I did bring up to my doctor if it was normal, and they did say this is, my belly's normal for having a second baby because my uterus is moving more all over the place. So I guess I'm not really concerned, and they said that your belly stretches out more too during your second trimester or your second pregnancy. Also, when you're laying down, you could feel like right here, you know, this is where 20 weeks is of your belly. It's kind of like where your belly button is, but when I'm standing up, I could actually feel my uterus like way higher than where my belly, where my belly button is. So I have stretch marks, and this time around I'm not going to use any sorts of like creams and stuff like I did before. Like obviously I'm going to put on my normal things or whatever I do every now and then, but I don't really want to just go out of my way to continue and try doing this stuff just to get rid of my, just to get rid of and prevent any stretch marks. I'm just going to do what I normally do, because either way, I gained an excessive amount of weight with my son, and I'm trying to prevent that now from happening again. I don't want to gain 90 pounds this pregnancy, and I've been doing really good so far. So hopefully my skin won't like overly stretch, and then when it shrinks again, I'm going to get a whole bunch of stretch marks. So I'm not going to waste my time going out of my way when I'm especially trying to keep my health in shape, you know, to just prevent the stuff that, you know, I'm going to get either way, you know, because all my family members did. And the best way I think that I can do it is just know that I'm not eating for two. So that's really it for my 19-week video. I hope you guys like it. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. If there's anything that you want to mention or you want to see or want to know, leave me a comment down below. I do want to mention as well that I'm going to be doing a gender reveal soon. So you guys gotta be part of it. If you already know what it is or have a feeling of what it is, please leave me a comment down below and just let me know what you think I'm having due to my symptoms. Also, if you're pregnant, a mom, anybody else, please leave me a comment down below just to let me know, like, if you're following along with my journey. I'm pretty interested in to know other moms out there and what you're going through, and just if you have any similar, you know, things that I've been going through. Alright, thank you for watching. Bye.